So basically, I am discussing about Saunders test of aggregate. This test is given by IS 2386.5. So where I in this test we take a bucket, we take a wire mesh bucket. This is your wire mesh bucket, and in this bucket you put your wire mesh bucket. Basically, this is your wire mesh bucket. This is your wire mesh bucket. Bucket. Basically, this is your wire mesh bucket, and in this bucket you all put your aggregate. So here you put your aggregate, here you put your aggregate, here you put your aggregate, here, here. Basically, you put our aggregate. Also, in this bucket, we put the chemicals. Basically, the chemical which we used is sodium sulfate solution and also magnesium sulfate solution. So basically, we use Na2SO4, Na2SO4, and Na2SO4 and MgSO4 and MgSO4. So basically, these are two chemicals which we used in the Saunders test. Now, this chemical is kept for a period of 16 to 18 hours in this bucket. So we mix the chemical with aggregate in this bucket for a period of 16 to 18 hours. So basically, up to this period, from 16 to 18 hours, we put this chemical deep into the bucket. After that, after 16 to 18 hours, we remove all the aggregates from the sample. Basically, we take our aggregates. This is my aggregate. Basically, we take out our aggregates here, we take out our aggregates here. This is my aggregate. Now, this aggregate is cooled for a period of 15 minutes. Basically, this aggregate is allowed to cool or dry for a period of 15 minutes. For 15-minute period, we dry this aggregate. Basically, after 15 minutes of its drying, again we put this aggregate into the bucket, and same process we repeated. That means again we put this aggregate into the wire mesh bucket, then we put the chemicals which is sodium sulfate and magnesium sulfate, and allow the chemical to mix with aggregate for a period of 16 to 18 hours. So basically, these two chemicals will again poured in the aggregate. Again we remove our aggregates. So basically, again we remove our aggregates. So again, here is our aggregates. So again we remove our aggregate. Again we allow this aggregate to dry for 15 minutes. So again, this is my second cycle. In first cycle, we take our aggregate after 16 to 20 hours and dry for a first time. This is your cycle first. This is your cycle first. First cycle, just allow to our aggregate to dry for a period of 15 minutes. This is my cycle 1. Now again we put this aggregate into the bucket and again allow the chemical to mix with our aggregate for a period of 16 to 18 hours. Then after 16 to 18 hours, again we separate out our aggregates. Then Again dry this aggregate for 15 minutes. Again dry this aggregate for 15 minutes. Again we take this aggregate after 15 minutes. Again we take this aggregate after 15 minutes. Again we take this aggregate and again put into these buckets. Put into this wire mesh bucket, and chemical will again added in this bucket with the aggregate. This is then after 16 to 18 then after 16 to 18 hours again we separate out our aggregate. So this process repeated for a cycle of or 5 cycle to 10 cycle. So basically 5 to 10 cycles will be repeated for a certain fraction of aggregate which is retained on a particular sieve. So basically 5 to 10 cycle is done for a particular fraction. Again we take other fraction and also repeat the whole procedure again and again. That means we also repeat the same procedure for a cycle of 5 to 10 for a different fraction of your sieve. So basically here the material passing 10 mm sieve and retained on 30 micron sieve is then dried and taken for the test. The sample is collected as above. Here the sample is taken as above, which I already discussed. Is again sieved through a series of sieves, and here we use our sieve as 63 mm, 50 mm, 50 mm, 41.5 mm, 31 mm, 20 mm, 20. But also in some cases we also use 21 mm sieve also, then 10 mm, 4.7 mm. These are the type of sieve which we use. So basically we prepare the test sample of coarse aggregate, and the preparation of sample is done as first we wash the coarse aggregate, we wash the coarse aggregate and then pass the coarse aggregate through 4.75 mm sieve and dry the material retained on the sieve in an oven. Oven maintain a temperature of 105 to 1010 degrees Celsius. Then sieve all the dried sample and separate different size fraction using sieve of size 63 mm, 40 mm, 20 mm, 10 mm, 4.75 mm. Then the sample should be of such an amount that it will hide not less than the amount which I already discussed. That means if your size is 10 mm to 4.75 mm, then it should be 300 gram. If the size is 20 mm to 10 mm, then its weight is 1000 gram. If the size is 40 mm to 20 mm, then its weight will be 1500 gram. If their size is 63 to 40 mm, then its weight is 3000 gram. So take proper weight of sample from each fraction and place it in separate container for the test. So basically this is the test, and we follow these steps for our soundness test of aggregate. So again I repeat the test. First take individual sample in a wire mesh bucket and immerse it in a solution of sodium sulfate or magnesium sulfate for not less than 16 hours nor more than 18 hours in such a manner that the solution cover them to a depth at least 50 mm. So basically here you all see here, basically here our aggregate, this is our aggregates. So basically this is our aggregates. So basically our aggregates, this is our aggregate. So when chemical is poured into this aggregate, then it cover a depth of minimum for 15 mm. So basically we put chemical in such a manner that it cover a depth of 50 mm for this basket or for this wire mesh bucket. So basically these are the I think total provision which will be given by our IRC. So after completion of the immersion period, remove the sample from solution and allowed to drain for 15 minutes and place it in dry oven. So basically I already told these things. So after 16 to 18 hours of immersion, you take out your sample and dry it for 15 minutes and place it in your dry oven. Dry the sample until it attains a constant mass, and then remove it from the oven and cool it to a room temperature. After cooling again, we immense or we put again our aggregate in the bucket, and then again we put the chemical of sodium sulfate or magnesium sulfate. So basically these things will repeated for 5 to 10 cycles. So we get the report of this test as. So basically these are the findings, or these are the conclusions of our report, our test. So these are the reports, or these are the findings of our test. First one is in the case of particular coarser aggregate whose size is 20 mm. Before the test, the number of particles in each fraction before the test and the number of particles affected classify add to the number of disintegration, splitting, crumbling, cracking, cracking, etc. Next one is material from each fraction of the sample passing through the specified ISC expressed as a percentage by weight of the fraction. Number 3 is weight of each fraction of sample before the test is find out. And number 4 is for which type of chemical our aggregate will be deteriorated or our aggregate will be weathered. So I think if you show the if you observe here, basically these are the chemicals. So basically these are the chemicals. So chemicals and wire mesh buckets. So basically these are the chemicals, magnesium sulfate and sodium sulfates we use in this test. So basically these are the chemicals. Next one is here. Next one is here. This. Please see here. This is the condition of your aggregate. This is the aggregate which we test before the. This is the condition of your aggregate before the test, and this is the condition of your aggregate after the test. So basically, if we do or if we perform 5 to 10 cycle test for an aggregate, here you all observe, here your aggregates got crack, here also your aggregate got crack, here your aggregate, here here your aggregate, here your aggregates get cracked. So basically here your aggregate get cracked, here your aggregate get cracked, here your aggregate get cracks. So these are the condition where we see our aggregate will crumble, or I think crack or split due to the use of this chemical. So basically these are the findings of our test. So basically these are the findings of our test. So again we report, so just aggregate soundness value. Aggregate soundness value is find out as W2 by W1, W2 by W1 into 100. So basically if we use the aggregate or a certain fraction of aggregate and repeat 5 to 10 cycle on that aggregate, then we observe our aggregate get deteriorated, get crumbled, get splits. So basically after crumble effect, after weathered effect, we just wet the aggregate and that bed will be comes out to be less than the bed which we take during our test sample. So W2 will comes out to be less than W1. So aggregate soundness value is also find in same manner in which we find our crushing strength test, we also find our impact test, we also find our hardness test, we also find flakiness index test, elongation index test. In same manner, also we find out our aggregate soundness value test. So basically here we also use the same denotation which is W2 by W1 into 100. Here W2 is the bed of an aggregate which will be find after the use or after the use of chemical or after repeating 5 to 10 cycle. So basically these are the findings of our test. So IRC also suggest you do not use. So IRC suggest we do not use 12% 12% more than Na2SO4. So basically these are the findings of our this test. So do not use more than 12% of Na2SO4 in this test. In this test, also do not use more than 80% for the MgSO4. So this is our Na2SO4. This is 18% for our 18% for our 18% more than for MgSO for MgSO. So I think this is the last test for your aggregate, because in aggregate I already covered 4 or 5 tests. The first test is pressing strength test. Pressing strength test, we take our aggregate and we build our aggregate, then receive our aggregate, then we take the aggregate which we receive and put it in UTM. In UTM, we apply a load of 4 ton per minute for a time of 10 minutes. Then our aggregate get crushed, then we find our aggregate value. In impact test, I think Arpita ma'am already showed you a video in today class at how we find aggregate impact value test. Next is your aggregate hardness test. I already discussed through Los Angeles summation testing machine. We find our aggregate hardness test. Next is your shape test. I already discussed there are 4 types of shape of aggregate. One is rounded, next one is angular, third one is your flaky, next one is your last one is your elongated. So basically for uh, roundness and angular aggregate, we use our regularity number or percentage one to find the shape test of your aggregate. Next is your elongation or flakiness index test. For flakiness or elongation index test, we use length gauge or thickness gauge. And last one is your aggregate soundness test. In aggregate soundness test, we do our test with the use of chemical, which is sodium sulfate and magnesium sulfate. Our IRC also restrict the limit of these chemicals, that is we do not use 12% aggregate, more than 12% aggregate as a chemical for Na2SO4 and 18% chemical for GSO4. So basically these are the findings of our test. So I think I cover all the aspects of your aggregate. In next class or in your next lab class, I find uh, your tests on bitumen, and I also discuss more about your bitumen. So thank you everyone.